Hello, coaches, and welcome to iCoach Football. I'm your host, Joel Forsberg, and as you know, this channel is dedicated to helping coaches like yourself become more successful at both youth tackle football and youth 7-on-7. Now, today I'm going to talk about a topic that I have learned over the years. I wish somebody talked to me a little bit more detail about this when I first started coaching youth football. The idea is, why am I calling the offensive plays that I'm calling? Like, what's the reason? And early on, I knew a few things. I mean, I played college football and high school football, but I mostly played defense. But I still knew some of the things that offense did to try to take advantage of us on defense. I knew some basic things to get started. One of the basic things is I'm not going to run an outside play like a sweep or a toss to the outside on the short side of the field. If I'm on the left hash, I'm running to the right side. I'm not going to run to the short side and have the boundary cut me off. It just helps the defense out. I knew that. I knew that I wasn't going to run up the middle if they had 5 or 6 guys right up in the middle. It was just going to be a lot more difficult. It's going to be easier if they're taking all those linebackers and they're turning into linemen and clustering them in the middle. I'm going to really work hard to get to the outside. Now, if they turn them into linebackers, they turned them into safeties and knee-backs, and they had fewer guys down front, I'm going to start exploiting the middle a little bit more. So I knew that enough. But the second thing I really looked at was, where's their big, strong, powerful player? I'm not going to run his direction. And you know, in youth football, there's a huge difference between your weaker players and like that just man child, right? Especially in like in 8th grade when they've gone through puberty and then there's a bunch of little boys, you know, they noticeably are different. You're not going to see that big of a difference up in like high school and college and the pros, but they still, like, even in the pros, they have some just amazing linebackers, and you're just like, we're not running that direction. We're just going to try to stay away from him, or we're going to have a plan to deal with that guy or that D end or whoever that person is that's just their dominant player. They got to deal with that person, right? And the same in youth football. And even more so in youth football, because the difference between that really strong player and the smaller guys that are trying to block them is a big deficit. So you look at that. Like, where's that dude that's just going to really hurt you? Don't run his direction, okay? and if they're always putting him to the wide side of the field, you know, that then you're going to have to start thinking, hey, maybe we got to run some inside plays, or maybe we got to get a plan to deal with him, a double team plan or something, right? All right, so then the next thing I would look at is, where's their weakest players? I mean, that was kind of something, the opposite of where's their strong players. Where's their weak players? We're going to exploit that player. Is it a corner? I mean, can my receiver burn him for an easy little pass? Is it the linebacker on the other side? He can, you know, hardly get to the ball. Well, I'm going to run that way. Is it a big kid, a big tackle down front? A big nose guard that just can hardly move. Can I double team him and just blow up the middle? Well, that's my next thing. So there's a lot of different things. As the game gets more complicated, you're just at the tip of the iceberg in youth football of all the variables. You know, in college and pros, I mean, they have huge play cards. You know, if they're showing you this and there's this many yards, these are the plays. You know, if they're showing you this coverage and these guys are out and this guy's over here, this is the play we're going to run. I mean, so it gets a lot more complicated. And we don't need to be that complicated in youth football, thank goodness, because we don't have the staff to go through all the analytics. But there is some things to analyze. And one of the things that I'm going to talk about today that I really start to analyze the most in my run game is the D end. How powerful, how strong, how is he playing? So we're going to go right into the chalk talk here. I'm going to show you how to read the D end, and then 2 plays: toss play, off tackle play. How to deal with that D end. Another video, we'll talk about going up the middle against the interior lineman, but right now it's going to be outside play, off tackle play, manage the D end. All right, let's jump right in and get to it. All right, guys, so let me just explain to you how my number one read in the run game is the D end. I'm going to come out, and my first play is going to be an outside play to the left. If they give you the outside run plays, take them. They're the easiest and most productive plays in youth football. If they're only there, if you can manage this D end. If this D end is taught, crash him down and then just mirror your player, then you have a tackle that can handle him. It's going to look like this. He's going to crash down. This tackle's first step is going to be across. He's going to get his head across, his shoulder there, and he's going to drive him in. Okay? It's a hook block. You get around here like this. So this guy's right shoulder is going to get across here. His head's going to get across. He's going to hook, and he's going to drive him in. If he can do that, if he's playing tight and he can get there and he can get there quick enough and get that hook on him, then it's game over to the outside. Because then I have this guy is going to release here. This guy's going to come here like this. This guy's going to come here. I got my lead blocker coming right off this edge that's created to take that linebacker. And then I got a quick toss to here to this guy coming right off that edge. And that's if this tackle can take that end. Now, if I run this play and he's able to hook him every time, then I'm going to keep running the play. I'm going to keep running the play. Guys, if the play works, don't change it. I coached with a guy who coached high school football for 10 years. He was my assistant coach one season. And I ran a play, and we got yards, and I ran it again. Same play, and we got yards again. And then I felt like I had to change it. He's like, he comes over, he goes, keep running it, keep running it. And we ran it. We ran it 5 times all the way to the end zone, the same play. They didn't adjust. So, little story, just run it till the wheels fall off if you can. You don't feel like you have to change up your play calling to a different play. If the play that you just ran worked, just keep running it. Just keep running it. All right? But now if they adjust, okay, if this end, let's say he's been told to play a little different. He's told to play way outside and just come up, not even engage this tackle, stay out of his reach and come up here like this and shut down this edge. Okay, then I switch to another play. Now I got to kick him out, and I'm going to come right off tackle. So there's a lot of ways to do that. You can have him come in and kick him out. You can have this guy come in motion and kick him out. You can have a lot of different things. I personally, if you have it, get your backside guard. So it would look like this. This guy would come upfield. This guy would come kick him out. This guy's going to release. This guy's going to take this tackle. This center is going to release here. All right. This guy right here off this edge like this. This is going to be a quick handoff to this guy who falls right behind him. And that end, just open this nice off-tackle play. That's going to give us that play. Guy will come right across here to take that tackle that was left. And you can do it to both sides. What would it look like on the other side? Let's just take a look at it real quick. And let's say this guy is playing way outside now, my wing back. Well, this tackle is not going to get out to him. So I can tell you right now what I'm going to run. I'm going to get him coming up like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have my wing back kick him out. He's going to kick him out there. This guy right here is going to go here. This guy's going to come across here like this. This guy comes right through here as a lead blocker. He's coming right behind him. It's a handoff here. Off to the races. So that's how you manage that DN. Now, what would I do if this DN wasn't playing outside? Let's say he was playing real tight here. Well, then I'm gonna try that toss. This guy's gonna hook him like this. This guy's gonna come out here. If this guy starts getting away from him, he's gonna hold him, chip, and then release. Okay, this guy comes here. The center snaps here like this. This guy like that. This guy comes hot off the edge like this. And this lead blocker's looking. His head's on a swivel. Does this corner get away from him? Then he's going to help out with the corner. Does this linebacker get away from him? He's going to help with the linebacker. If both of them are taken, he's going to come up to the third level, which would be ideal. Okay, it's a quick toss to this guy right here. Boom. He tosses it. He's off to the races. That's how you read a D end and make your adjustments according to that D end. He can't be right. All right, that's it. Hope that helped, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.